Good morning, guys. Can you hear me? I'm writing important stuff on Twitter. GME high tide flag? Yeah, let's see soon. I need to. There are some potential mean version long setups, but I'm just too careful right now. I'm not really. I don't know. Where are the indices? I don't know. My goal is to do as little as possible. That's my goal. Oh, the DraftKings trade below 63 in pre-market? Interesting. Didn't see that. I sold Penn, took a loss on Penn, and obviously the things I shorted yesterday and the things I've been short for a few weeks are performing really, really well now. With this gap down, I only really have 2 longs now, DraftKings and GMBL. All the others are shorts. No, sorry, Fisker is a long too. Never mind. GME, well, actually, this is a high tide flag. This is a textbook high tide flag right here. Just as it was a high tide flag here, it's a high tide flag here. But I would prefer a bit more sideways. A high tide flag doesn't have to be at all-time highs or 52-week highs. The important thing is the recent momentum. That's the important thing. Yeah, this rocket, I wish I had sold it all and gone short, but whatever. It would have been easier if it gapped up. Then I would have shorted the shit out of it. But I hate these, when they gap down, I just never have confidence in them. Yeah, Futu, I kind of missed it. Yeah, when it started breaking down here on the 60-minute, that's what would have been the short, but yeah. Whatever, you can't be in everything. I mean, plenty of stuff on the short side. There are many definitions of high tide flags. Most of the definitions are gonna make you missing some of the best setups, because mediocre traders have come up with those definitions. Look at the overall pattern. What matters is the overall momentum. Then if it's down 10% from the highs or 20, GME is down about 35% from the recent highs like last week. But it doesn't matter. It's a high tide flag. There are many variations of this. The key is the recent momentum. Long FNGD, again, shorting the triple ETFs is much better than going long. Because of mathematics. MSTR, yeah, it's a potential bear flag. I don't know. Bitcoin, what's Bitcoin doing? Let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin still looks strong. I don't know. What the hell is that sound? Oh, YouTube. If you think shorting leveraged ETFs is free money, well, you're probably gonna blow up. It's not free money. It's free money 99% of the time, and that 1% of the time you're gonna blow up. and boom, it wasn't free money. That's the issue. Unfortunately, many find out the hard way. Yeah, exactly. Twix flashbacks. So far, this earnings season hasn't really had any good episodic pivots, pretty much. Due to two reasons. We've had already a year-long run where the markets have been pretty much straight up, and all the interesting stocks, they're already had made big moves. And two, we are in the midst of a market pullback. So very boring earnings season so far. I really haven't put much effort into following these earnings. Like most of them are gapping down, or those two gap up, they just fade. That's not really great environment. Yeah, Sumo's one. Yeah, straight down. Yeah, it gapped up into this trend line. Okay, guys, good luck. Hey, how did you know I was gonna say that? No, I just opened my Nocco like 3 minutes ago. I'm good. And now we're rallying again, and we're just gonna rally into these declining moving averages. And that's the problem. Don't get too excited about, you know, things bouncing and stuff like that. I still think we have at least a few weeks of shop ahead of us. So we have to take it day by day. Right now, there are some potential long, meter version long setups, like stuff like NVAX, maybe, stuff like CCIC, maybe. I think they're better as day trades. I'm not gonna do any of them right now. I want them to go down more for me to play them, but you know, the setups are there. Feels like they pump it up so they can sell when the EU closes. Yeah, they make a lot of money manipulating the markets. I wonder how much money they have so they can manipulate the markets like this. Yeah, David. They have all the money, yeah. Yeah, airlines are. Yeah, I wish I bought them when they broke their ranges a couple of weeks ago. DAL, UAL, Save. Oh, Save had a beautiful breakout. 5-star, but it was too thin, so I didn't even have it on my scans. And AAL, this one I was actually watching. It was on my watch list, and once it finally broke out of this range, I never pulled the trigger. And BA, I had it on my watch list. Oh, this one I would have gotten stopped out of. Yeah, this one I would have gotten stopped out. So it's good I didn't buy it. But yeah, the system. And also the oil and gas names are very strong. And these ones we bought. We got the ETFs on the perfect breakouts. And unfortunately, I'm not in them anymore. XUP, what was the other one? ERX? No, Gush. Gush was the one I had. Also perfect 5-star breakout. If you keep trading 5-star setups, you're gonna have 5-star results. And selling too early is gonna be your smallest problem. And my full position Tesla, yes, I would say that. I actually added a bit yesterday. So yeah, like I shorted initially here, covered on the way down, and then I added a little bit more yesterday. but we'll see. If it closes strong today, I'm gonna cover yesterday's ad. Why is this thing here? Oh, it's the 4th of March. Oh, I'm putting things in yesterday's watch list. Okay. Burlington, yeah. SLGG, Super League Gaming. How do you stop overtrading? Get a hobby. Overtrading is it's very easy to overtrade. I'm an overtrader. I've always been. I would have a much better returns if I didn't overtrade when conditions are not favorable. It's you know, you think you're supposed to do something every day. You're not. Every day is not an opportunity to make money. Every day is an opportunity to lose money. Trading is not like a regular job. Like on a regular job, you know, you always have to do something. Not the case in trading. Did I forget to upload yesterday's stream to the YouTube? It's their fault. Let's see. Okay, I'll upload it now. Alright, it's on its way to YouTube now. The DraftKings stop trigger? Nope. It's about my stop. If you mean by pre-market, I wasn't even watching it. It would have been too thin for me anyways. I couldn't have done anything about it. Yeah, to the YouTube. I'm looking at this biotech sector. This Labu triple ETF. Something intriguing about it. Not really a bread and butter setup of mine, Matt. I'm bored. And I need to get my trading fix. I already took a tiny loss. I added to Riot. Opening range lows, but then it kind of took out the highs, so I had to cover. So I took a small loss on it. On the ad. I need one more loss on the day. Then I'll go and play Hearts of Iron 4. Exactly. And also, guys, for those of you who are not profitable traders, for those of you who haven't had several years of triple-digit returns, what you should do is spend a lot of time and effort studying setups, studying other successful traders, reading, putting the pieces together. Okay, find something that works for you. Study different setups. Study when do these setups occur. Go back 20, 30 years and thousands of stocks. Look, when do these setups work? When do they not work? It's a big puzzle you have to solve. That's how you keep from over trading. It's very easy. You just don't. You shut off your trading platform. Can I go over my Evernote formatting before I apply? Yes, very easy. You take screenshots and you paste them into Evernote. Super simple. You don't even have to use Evernote. You can use like you know, like a Google Docs or something, and just, you know, make a new file or sheet or note or whatever you use for every stock or for every, like, you know, you can sort them in so many ways for every year or whatever. Doesn't matter. Don't rocket sciences. Don't get stuck on you know, stuff like that. Just start doing it. You can always sort later. Important thing is to get started. Doesn't have to be perfect. You will never find perfect. Yeah, I would love to see some panic. Like I've been saying before, a washout on Nasdaq to the 200 day or below the 200 day, that would be very nice. That would be a total of maybe a, say, 18-20% pullback. Yeah, that would be healthy for the markets. You know, get all these extended stocks down a little bit, get some base building period, and then we'll see from there if we get another leg higher or if we're gonna shop around, or, you know, who knows what we're gonna do. But yeah, get that washout out of the way. The slow bleeds are just, they're a pain in the ass. You always want the markets to go down fast. That's why the COVID sell-off last year was the best sell-off ever. It was just straight down. It wasn't messing around for many months. It was just down 30% in a month or 33%, and then it was, you know, best bull market in 20 years after that. Versus something like we had in like fall and winter of 2018, when the Nasdaq went down about 23-24%, but it took about 4 months. It was down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I mean, it was just shopping around forever. It's a pain in the ass market. And then after that, it was the great bull market. But the faster you get the sell-offs, the better. Just wash the bullishness out. And when Wall Street bets get suicidal, that's when the next bull run will start. Rinse and repeat. What does trading in choppy periods like 2011, 2015? Well, it's hard. As a swing trader, it's difficult most of the time. You can't be as aggressive as in a market that just, you know, keeps going, trending higher, finding support on the rising 10 and 20 days. It's trickier, much trickier. You will have a lower win rate and not as many home runs. Oh, Fisker. Oh, you know what? I'll sell Fisker. I don't care. I just want to get... Markets look a little bit too vulnerable right now. Oh yeah, they already had a lot of withdrawals. It's the same cycle repeating over again. You'll see. And, you know, if we get into a real correction, all of these story stocks with ridiculous multiples, you know, go down a lot, she will be, well, no one is gonna see her as a genius anymore. What's her name? Cathie Wood. Like every bull market has these genius fund managers, and they never outperform again in their careers. It's an interesting phenomenon. Oh, absolutely. No, she is fine. Like Kathy Wood, she's gonna be rich the rest of her life. Even if her fund goes down 99%, she's gonna be. But you know, a lot of people are gonna lose a lot of money because, you know, most of the money in ARK, it's come, you know, most of the people in ARK are probably in over, you know, near the highs, right? Look at where the volume is. The dollar volume. Let's look at the dollar volume. Let's look at the dollar volume. It's easier to see where. Oh, dollar. Dollar is spelled with two L's, not four, right? Here, you can clearly see where the dollar volume is. Now, obviously, if you bought it long time ago, you would have great long-term returns. But look at where the dollar volume came in. Look at the dollar volume up here over 120, for example. Like a lot of people bought it up here. Now, I'm not saying this is the top or anything, but if we're gonna go into real correction, you know, this thing could easily go down to 50 or 30 or something. And it's the same cycle repeating over and over again. There's every bull market, the best performing funds. It's not unusual for the average investor in the best performing funds to underperform. Why? Because they bought high and sold low. Even if the fund itself does well. Just human nature. People are, we follow the crowd. We're herd animals. We start doing what everyone else is doing. If everyone else is buying stocks, we're gonna buy stocks. If everyone else is panicking and selling stocks, well, we're gonna panic too. Now, if you can find a way around that, you will make a lot of money. If you can do things a little bit differently in the stock market. If you can have a little bit of independent thought and actually base your decisions on something else than what your neighbors are doing or your friends or some guy on TV, you know, you're gonna have wildly different results than them. Or some guy on Twitch, yeah. Never follow a guy on Twitch. What is a good link to a high tide flag picture? I don't know what that means. Link to what picture? To a high tide flag picture? How long do you think markets will be like this? Maybe a few days, maybe a few years. I have no idea. Well, there's many variations. The best way to find high tide flags is, like I say daily, go back and study thousands of charts. You will see. You will probably figure that setup out yourself. You will see there are many different variations of that setup. Okay, looks like the reshort on Riot is working now. And also added to my, or reshorted Mara. I added to Riot and reshorted Mara. I think, you know, if we keep getting this, you know, we see a lot of these speculative names just deflating day after day. I mean, this Riot could very easily trade that down to the 50-day. That's another 30% downside. Mara too. Mara maybe 25% downside. If they stop there, they could go down to the 100-day too. So I'm seeing a lot of these bounce attempts fail now. A lot of these stocks, they try to bounce and now they're just, you know, slamming down. Oh. Now I'm like 5% long. Yeah, DraftKings and this tiny position in GMBL, which is like 1 or 2% of my total equity. Those are my really only longs. The others are shorts. How tight is my stop loss when I reshort? Highs of the day. MSTR is also kind of breaking down on this little bear flag type of thingy. The same, you know, pretty much the same pattern. If you flip it around, it would have been bullish. But right now, the market is screaming at our faces. Don't buy stocks. And if you're gonna buy them, you gotta be super selective. And even then, you're probably gonna get slammed most of the time. And this is where an edge is. This is how you trade with an edge. The bull market geniuses are probably frenetically trying to find new stocks to buy or holding the high flyers they bought recently that are now down 50-70% from highs. They're trading with no edge. If you stay in the game during these periods, if you can stay break even or lose only very little or maybe even make money if you're also short, you know, wait for the next bull run, you're gonna have an intact account, you're gonna have an intact psyche, and next bull run you're gonna double, triple, quadruple your money again in a short amount of time. Rinse and repeat. That's what trading is all about. Identifying these cycles. The guy on TV said to hold the line. Yeah, it's best to listen to the guy on TV. Hey, guys. To me, it's a no-brainer. Are you gonna listen to some suit on TV or some guy on Twitch? Which is more legit? Yeah, hey, yeah, I got it. I got the toilet paper. Was it you? Someone sent me toilet paper with the dollar motive and the Trump motive. Two rolls of toilet paper. I got it yesterday, or I got it earlier, but I picked it out, or I took it out yesterday. It was you? Thanks, man. I'm always having I'm always running out of toilet paper. We had some fiber to the diet. I'll put some fiber in my Nocco. Look at that. Things are not bouncing after every down. Oh wow! Holy shit! Oh wow! Well, I have to say it's pretty nice having your count hitting new highs on a day like this, when you know 95% of the traders that have been pumping their chests over the past, especially say the past 4 months, are pretty much a lot of them are in pretty bad drawdowns, and that's the difference. Having a set of rules, some experience, a strict set of rules, a setup. They're all tweeting about buying the dip. Yeah. They were all tweeting about buying the dip back in 2000, 2001 and 2002 also. And the dip kept getting worse. And that's how markets work. I'm not saying this is it's the start of a new bear market. It could be. But you know, if you don't have rules, you're gonna get hurt. Unless you're like a really long-term investor, like, you know, having some index fund that's just, you know, saving in index funds for over 30 years, then it doesn't matter. But, you know, if you've been buying something like Bingo or, you know, just any random SPAC over the past few months, you're probably not a long-term investor. Or, well, I guess many will be forced to be long-term investors in these things. You keep talking about others like the no, they didn't. But that's just the reality. I mean, you can just go and, like, you know, go on Wall Street Bets or, you know, Twitter. Like, I see things retweeted all the time. Like, it's just a fact. Like, I've been there too. I caught a good bull run. I thought I was a genius, and then, you know, market changed and I got slammed. I just recognize myself. There's statistics. Don't be a statistic. There's only one reason to start trading, and that is making money. That's your only focus. Not losing money, making money. Obviously, drawdowns are always going to happen. But many people, you know, they lose focus. They start buying into these sexy stories and start doing what others do. And they never really even thought, is this something that's going to work long term? Took me too long to realize what works and what doesn't work. That's why I keep preaching these things every single day. I wish I had someone who taught me all these things from day one. I would have been profitable much earlier. Would have saved myself a lot of headache. Are you gonna? No, you're not gonna make as good returns shorting a bear market. Shorting bear markets is incredibly difficult. It's incredibly difficult. Because all the volatility and you know, once you get short, you're gonna get your big rally in your face. The biggest rallies are in bear markets. Some of the biggest rallies. Shorting bear markets is difficult, or you know, I've never seen a multi-year bear market, but I've seen this shorter, like a couple of quarter type of you know, volatile periods. It's incredibly tough. The easiest way is just do very little. If you're a swing trader, if you're a day trader, there's always something to do, especially if you have a small account. There's always something to do. You just, you know, have to find a setup. But obviously, once you get good at day trading, you won't have a good setup anymore. Sorry, you won't have a small account for long, and then it's gonna be really hard to day trade. Then you have to start swing trading, because you can't day trade with a big account. It's hard, super difficult. Oh shit! My DraftKings, this is what happens in these types of markets. This is what happens to breakouts. I went from having a pretty decent gainer on it to, you know, maybe a break even. Yeah, break even. If I count the shares I sold into strength, it's gonna be, yeah, it's a break even. Whew. That's what happens. You look at it, it's way above your stop, and then you look at it 2 minutes later, it's below your stop. Fuck it, I'm out. I don't care. I don't want to be long anything right now. Where is the Fed when you need them? Can someone call Powell? He needs to fix this. Only the guys in suits can save us now. We have to trust in the suits. Trust in the suit. I'm covering some of my shorts on the way down. Obviously, you know, these things won't go down forever, just like the markets don't go up forever, or stocks don't go up forever. There will be a roaring rally. When it's gonna be, I don't know. All I can do is manage my risk, taking some chips off the table. That's all I can do. And then it's up to the suits what's gonna happen next. I use Seeking Alpha, I use Finviz. I also have two paid services, Briefing.com and The Fly on the Wall. Briefing I've cancelled. I still have like a few months left on it, I think. So that's it pretty much. Yeah, absolutely. Many breakouts, they were like, you know, something like Penn, for example. You know, if you were early on it, you know, you would have made money, right? So that's what I've been talking about. If you really want to keep buying breakouts, what you can do is sell the first pop. Instead of selling a third or half on after 3 to 5 days, you can sell a third or half or 2/3 on day one. You gotta be more aggressive taking profits, and something like DraftKings too, right? Because what happens, they may pop, and then they're just gonna slam down again. And if you want to do really shorter term trading, it's fine. You can do it. Nothing wrong with it. But I'm having a little bit longer time horizons. I have no interest in day trading. I'm just gonna chill and you know, not waste any ammo. Keep my mental energy. I also went short this Disca. I saw there was several variation of this stock, like Disc K, Disc A, Disc B. Okay, this is something you like a Disc K. Yeah, so these were the ones. Disc A and Disc K. Yeah. If this pullback worsens, they're gonna come for all of these names. This is some kind of a media stock. And look at this. It's not really a parabolic. It's not that big of a move. But, you know, it had a leg higher, another leg higher, another leg higher, another leg higher. It's had 4 legs higher in 4 months. And today's day 4, kind of a reversal candle. So it's a variation of parabolic setup. I would have normally not be interested in it just because the market is kind of selling off, and you know they kind of come for everything if this thing worsens. So we'll see. There is some great research that humans only have about 10 good decisions in a day. Doesn't apply to me. I have no more than 6 to 7 good decisions per day. You gotta prioritize. So I just keep making bad decisions before market opens so I can save up the good decisions. C's for backside short. I don't know. Is Nocco a good or bad decision? Short term, good. Long term, I'm probably gonna get brain cancer or something. So, probably not good. I think long term. Oh, let's watch some Portnoy. Wait, is this? Oh, 36 minutes ago. Isn't Nocco targeted at athletes? I'm an athlete. I'm a trading athlete. And I'm a competitive Hearts of Iron 4 single player. No, jokes aside, I'm going to the gym, but yeah, Nocco is really, I mean, it's just a energy drink with some BCAAs in it. Nothing special about it. But yeah, it's targeted at like gym people. I go to the gym not every day, but maybe 4 or 5 times per week. Now that I've been playing so much Hearts of Iron 4, I've been slacking with the gym a little bit. I mean, you have to. You have to stay active. I'm not really a big sports person. I don't like sports, so gym for me is perfect. Pum param pum param param. If deadlift session, sure. Do I still have the shirt? Yes. Have I tried Peloton bikes? No. A good swing trading service? Yeah, link is if you follow the instruction on the screen. You'll get a link to a really good swing trading service. Did I add Tesla short yesterday? Yes, I added it right here. Opening range lows yesterday, wherever it was, somewhere here. You know, when it started breaking down below this little bear flag. I also added FNGU when it broke down this bear flag, opening range. No, sorry, down here. I wish I'd shorted it here, but yeah, whatever. ARK, no, this one I didn't add. Also shorted Roku when it started breaking down on this little bear formation. ICLN opening range lows yesterday is where I added. Did I add to mRNA? No, I didn't. But this one had a picture perfect bear flag breakdown yesterday. I wish I had added this one. It's sad, but if you would have high fee for your service, you will double your followers? Maybe. I don't care. I don't care about the amount of followers. I don't want 2,000 people in here. The chat was much nicer last summer. Why? Well, actually, one thing, I've added more moderators, and now the chat is in slow mode. You can only post once every 60 seconds. That made a huge difference because people are spamming a bunch of, stuff anymore. That made an enormous difference. That was a game changer. I don't know who the genius was, but thank you to my moderators. I didn't even know there was such a thing as slow mode. Do you think it's a good idea to scan for stocks with at least 30% short fund and long them if they're down? Well, if you look at the numbers on high short interest stocks, they underperform the market. Usually high short interest stocks, there's a reason why they have a short high interest, because they're usually, going bankrupt. What happened a few months ago with these high short interest stocks squeezing, that happens maybe once every 10 years. So no, I don't think you going long a bunch of high short interest stocks that have gone down a lot is not really necessarily a good strategy. What you need is a specific setup, and then it doesn't matter what type of stocks you trade. The setup is there, the setup is there. It's worth 50k. Let's make it 100k. Zimbabwean dollars. Oh, do you mean followers? I'm not sure if you mean dollars or followers. Hey guys, or moderators, the slow mode doesn't apply to you, right? You can type how much you want. Yeah, you can. Dollars? Okay, sure, okay. Well, sometimes the moderators make mistakes too. Sometimes you click the wrong person and mute them. It's happened to me too. I wanted to mute someone, I mute the wrong person because the chat moves too fast sometimes. And also, a lot of legit questions and comments get deleted and banned or muted first 30 minutes after the market open because of chat rules. Yeah, where is David? Is he still on vacation? Yeah, exactly. I mean, all the moderators are also traders. I don't have any full-time moderators. They're all trading on the side, so they're doing their best. Let's see. Now it looks like some things are starting to bounce again. Yeah, we'll see. Anywho, I don't care. I have my stops in place, and I will play Hearts of Iron 4 and do other stuff than trading. All right, guys. David is skiing. David is always skiing. All right, guys. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow.